Hey guys, what's going on and welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, make sure to check the description below the video for the link to our giveaways, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video to show your support to the channel. So guys, in that next Endgame uniform review, we're gonna be reviewing Tier 3 Endgame Ironman, guys. Yep, his tier 3 actually got fully reworked, and it was supposed to be a big game changer. And honestly, guys, I am heavily disappointed. So, if you're wondering, should I tier 3 Iron Man? My answer is pretty simple, guys. No. He is still one of the worst tier 3 in the game, in my opinion. Ant-Man, I feel like my tier 3 Ant-Man actually does more damage than my tier 3 Iron Man. Although my Ant-Man is a little bit better built than my Iron Man, but still the point is that the damage is actually not that great. That tier 3 skills damage that was supposed to be a huge upgrade is actually quite disappointing here. It's about the same, maybe a little bit more damage than the fifth skills, but pretty close to each other. So it's disappointing, guys. So I still will not recommend to get this guy to tier 3, but I gotta say that this guy actually surprised me in PvP. We're running with a pretty shitty obelisk for PvP, to be honest, guys, and he was able to take down Captain America at tier 3 pretty damn easy. So for that, I have to admit that I'm quite impressed. If you're looking for a character for Alien Conquest, I can see this guy to be very good, maybe in the top 40 character with this new uniform in Alien Conquest. If you're looking for Giant Boss Raid or Alliance Battle Extreme, I highly doubt this guy's going to be the guy. But we still got to test him in Alliance Battle Extreme with that new uniform pretty soon, guys. Next time we get Blast Day, obviously. But a Wall Boss Ultimate wise, because that's pretty much the game mode that most people actually want him at tier 3 to be valuable. I'm pretty disappointed. Stage 40 Carver's Glaive was kind of close, to be honest. Kind of close. It took me a little bit over 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, to actually kill it. Yes, my rotation was not perfect. Yes, my obelisk is not the best. But honestly, a tier 3 character that is not made up for Alliance Battle Extreme, that is not made up for PvP, in my opinion, should be a meta for World Boss Ultimate, which is not. It's just above average characters, even a tier 3 that yes, can be useful in pretty much all game mode, but it's not going to be the best in any of those game modes, or a top 5 in any of those game modes pretty much. Well, Lance Battle Extreme is going to be a top 2 because there's not many options for Blast Mail, but overall, he is disappointing. Still, I don't regret to get him at tier 3. He is a lot of fun to play. His new tier 3 skills actually looks pretty dope, but I wish that they did a better job at buffing him up, to be honest. So what we're gonna do, guys, in this video is pretty simple. We're gonna go through the build, we're gonna through the skill changes, the uniform. We're gonna go through pretty much all that. Then we're gonna jump in the gameplay section where we have Carver's Glaive Wall Boss Ultimate 40. We have a friendly battle in PvP, and we have story mode 13.1 on autoplay. So let's get started with the build. Well, you can see my rank here at 3,796. Obviously is tier 3, so gear is 70, not gear, but level is 70. Gear is 25. Fully amplified, we have 8 if energy attack Euro, 8 critical damage Euro, and 4 critical rate Euro. That's what he has on his gear. If we look at his stats here, we have max skill cooldown, we have maxing your defense. Don't look at that lightning damage, guys. That's just my shitty obelisk. 184% critical damage, 67% critical rate, attack speed 116%, and energy attack 29,374. I feel that his attack is actually quite low for a tier 3 character if you compare to a tier 3 like Captain America or Thanos, for example. I think that it's a very low energy attack. If we look at enhancement type, guys, we are rank 4. Sadly, I had some rank 5 mats, but I fell twice and ran out. Yeah, that was sad. But still, we get 50% increased damage to combat type characters, which is probably why he actually murdered Tier 3 Captain America in PvP. ISO set, we're running with the set bonus stage 10 in effect overdrive. We got 8.5% on all attack, all defense, critical rate, and critical damage, and 8.1% on ignore defense. We have activation rate, 12% chance when attacking, plus 22% increase of all attack for 20 seconds, with a cooldown time of 56 seconds. And sorry guys, my English is getting borderline a little bit. It's my video number 7 since the update's been released in like less than 12 hours, so I'm pretty exhausted. It's 4:20 in the morning here, so I'm trying to do my best here. Custom gear, terrible custom gear, but still I'll expect him to do better even with this custom gear against Cargo Slave, to be honest. We have critical rate 25.9%, amazing lightning damage, totally useless on him, and activation rate 10% chance when attacking, apply to self, increase damage by 140% for one attack. That will actually be a pretty good obelisk for Nebula, actually. With the critical rate, the lightning damage, and the procs, that could actually be pretty decent. But I do need to get either a CTP of energy or CTP of destruction on this guy if I want to remove that obelisk, because I have been having a really tough luck on the regular damage plus, so I need to keep them where they are as much as possible right now. If we look at the uniform now, uniform list, my uniform is still normal. Obviously, I'm not going to rank up that uniform. I don't think it's worth it. A uniform effect we have applied to self, create a shield equal to 50% max HP, shield refreshes by 5% every 1 second, so absorb 10% normal shield activation rate when it applied to self, super armor, and all defense plus 20%. So, but the super armor looks like it's only lasts 1 second if I read it well, unless it's just applied to the all defense. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell here, to be honest. Skill change. Every single skill is changed from the original look, but it's pretty much just the same as Infinity War uniform. All the skill except the tier 3 skills. Well, tier 3 skill is the same too. It's pretty much similar. Attacks might be slightly different. Damage is increased a little bit from Infinity War update and Infinity War uniform, but the skill animation is pretty much the same here. If we look at the skills, tier 2 passive is the same, skill damage 42%, bonus damage 30%. Tier 1 passive, 15% increase of energy attack. Leadership, still a piece of crap, decreased skill cooldown by 24%. Now if we look at the skills, first skills, bleed damage and remove elasticity. Second skill, still a good skill to actually throw right before you cross to help trigger your cross, but not much more than that. Third skill, apply to enemies, deal 30% burn damage every second. Apply to self, summon an illusion with 120% of summoner stats. Also, moving using the V-pad while using the skill. Move using the V-pad while using a skill, so you can actually move while you're using the skills. Actually useful. Fourth skill, you have that defense decrease, so it's stacked up to 35%, and again you can move while you're using that. So pretty much you want to try to keep that defense down up as much as possible. If you can put it on before you use your tier 3 skills or 5th skills, actually optimal. And then you have the 5th skill, apply to self, 100% chance for immunity to all damage for 3 seconds. I think that if they could actually increase the duration of that all damage, will actually make it much stronger. It's still a little bit squishy when he's taking damage, so that will be very useful. But this 5th skill is pretty much the same as the Infinity War uniform. Great damage if you get the pros on it. In Island Conquest, the skill is gonna murder stuff, that's for sure. And now if we take a look at his new tier 3 skill, House Party Protocol, applied to self-invincible for 5 seconds, increase damage by 80% for one attack, so your next attack is gonna have 80% increased damage, 80% chance to penetrate with super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincible effect for 5 seconds, 30% ignore defense. I don't get the point, but then a tier 3 skill. Obviously, if you get a character to tier 3, you know to have your ignore defense cap already. So this is kind of useless, to be honest. If they actually put ignore dodge there instead of ignore defense, that'll be much better on this skill. And some energy attack and energy damage. Pretty much the tier 3 skills is a mix between this old tier 3 skill, where you have all the armor coming in joining the fight, and the 5th skill. Pretty much, I think they were pretty lazy with reworking its tier 3 skills. In my opinion, they could have done so much better than that, to be honest. Like, just doing the same thing, maybe without the extra armor, and making it a much stronger beam, since it's the ultimate beam that's supposed to come out at this point. I think that they could have done a lot more damage, like doing double the damage that skill is doing, or actually pretty much fix the lack of power of Iron Man, in my opinion. So overall, do I recommend this uniform? If you have Infinity War uniform, it's not gonna change much. Just keep Infinity War uniform. If you do not have Infinity War uniform, well, this uniform is actually worth getting. It's a little bit stronger than Infinity War uniform, but the difference is not that big, guys. I will actually rank this uniform so far as the weakest uniform I've tested, and I've tested, I think, 6 uniform if I'm not mistaken so far. So that's where I stand with that uniform pretty much. So that covers pretty much everything about this endgame uniform for Iron Man. Guys, if you have any feedback concerning this video or concerning your own testing of tier 3 Iron Man with this uniform, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section, and we're going to talk about it. Next, guys, we're going to be putting some gameplay. We have Wall Boss Ultimate Corvus Glaive, stage 40. We have story mode 13.1 on autoplay, and we have a friendly battle where we are facing tier 3 Cap and some other stuff in that battle. So make sure you take a peek at that gameplay section, guys. On that, Star Agent Starco Gaming is out.
And no, I don't The summer's calling. The summer's calling. If the kingdom is overthrown, meet me at the cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling.